Disclaimer, you're going to hear a lot of these beeps from the stupid smoke detectors that we have. Apparently we didn't change the battery. So it's going to, you're going to hear the beeps off the video. My bad. I will change them, by the time we upload the next video. Enjoy!
What should I make? Eggs? No. Maybe I'll make rice and fish? No. Maybe. Let's see. It's so hard to choose. So much good food. I'll just make. Maybe. Come on. Think. It's not that hard. Maybe some desserts? No, I'm not in a sweet mood. Maybe I'll make a pasta dish. I got it. I'm gonna make carbonara.
Yada. Welcome back, dreamers. Today we're going to be making carbonara. Now, carbonara is known as the dish of love, but for us, it's just a delicious meal. We don't care about that. We are going to be using these ingredients: feta cheese blend, bell pepper, herb, feta cheese blend, bell pepper, onions, 3 eggs, turkey bacon, and our lovely spaghetti. That's all you need to make this simple but complex meal. So first we're going to start off with the green bell pepper. Green bell pepper is very easy to cut, and it gives a nice flavor. Well, to cut a bell pepper is pretty simple. A lot of times you could, actually what Gordon Ramsay does, he cuts it from the outside and then in. But there's no need to be fancy. Just be natural with it. Cut it from the side, break it down. You have a nice opening in the middle. The easiest thing to do is to cut the core. Once you cut the core, you're basically doing what Gordon Ramsay does. Clean and easy. Core detached. Cleaning up the inside. You want to make sure you have no seeds in there. Now, here comes the easy part. Don't cut this way either. You cut from the outside in, you just make it a lot harder for yourself. And as you see, we're having nice, clean cuts. Well, we just finished cutting our green bell peppers. Now, I'll move on to our
onions.
But you need to contain these somewhere, at least for now. But looking at what we have here, we don't have a clean dish that we can use because they're all dirty.
Bruh.
Oh my god. We gotta clean up the dishes, but someone left the onions in here. And then, wasn't this just... We got a teleporting green bell pepper, evidently. Alright, just gotta clean this. Gotta rub that soap in, evidently. Otherwise, you guys will freak out about Corona. Very simple. Get out! There, that good enough for you guys?
Bruh.
Oh, there's soap in there? Got you. That good enough for you guys?
Perfect.
It's clean to me. Alright, now we have the clean bowl and we're going to cut the onions. So, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. And now it's all up. Sorry for the mess around here. I'm sorry, Gordon Ramsay, I don't fit your standards.
Okay.
Anyway, let's go ahead and cut this onion in half. And let's remove the skin, which is the most annoying part about an onion. But don't worry, we made the cutting process of an onion a lot more fun. Okay, we almost have all the skin taken care of, peeled off. And voila.
Bruh.
You guys don't see it. Okay, so now we have a new device here. I'm pretty sure you guys have never seen it before. But this destroys all. Okay, that's what we're going to be using for our onions. But in order to use that machine, we need to cut our onions into like smaller circles. And here is an example of how to use it. Let's see.
Bruh.
First one didn't work, but the second one will. Now when we open it up, we have our onions nice and diced. So, this is our machine that we'll be using to make this process go a lot smoother. And you won't be crying as much when you cut the onions, because it's already doing it for you. Okay. Yep. Oh, that slice could have went better, but it went horribly. Alright. It doesn't matter, you don't need a half or a whole onion. The most important thing is that you get some onions in the pan. All this extra stuff here, you can use that after you're done cutting as well. But the most important thing is that, yeah, you just get a little onions in there for flavor. Onions you don't really need. You can do this without this. You can make carbonara without onions either. I've seen others do it. But obviously the other people I've seen are Italians, and I don't know. If you really want your food to be flavorful, you would want to season and get as many vegetables as possible in there. Stupid cutter. Okay, here we go. Final hit. Nope, maybe not. Good enough.
Okay.
Voila. That's the final product. All we need. So, now that we cut the onions we can put this into this bowl and move on to our next thing, which is the turkey bacon. Okay. I said you won't be crying if you use that machine, but I kind of lied. But hey, it is what it is. Can't avoid everything. All right, let's clean up our space. Let's go ahead and get our turkey bacon done and cut.
Perfect.
All right. Very slimy. All right, this is easy, at least to cut. You can put it off to the side a little bit because it's all lined up. It's easily able to cut. Turkey bacon is a very soft and delicate meat, it looks like. But if you eat it straight off the bone, it's not as soft. It's just a part of the meat that is soft though. Alright, so we just finished cutting our turkey bacon, and now we actually are done with most of the prepping. We only have one thing left for actual ingredients. Our 3 eggs and feta cheese. So where's that? 4 eggs and feta cheese. This whole time I didn't have it, but it looks like I might be able to pull out one out of my sleeve. There's our wonderful 4th egg. Now we can move on to the final step. All right, let's go ahead and start. We need to first add 3 eggs into our mixture. It wasn't nicely broken, but that'll do. And then one-handed, can we do it? Can we do it? Oh, that's horrible. But yeah, wasn't good. That was a poor one-handed crack opening. But we got one more attempt. Let's try it.
Bruh. Bruh. Bruh.
Yeah,
Bruh.
it failed just like the other one. Guess we're failures today.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and take that one out. But sir, why do you have egg whites in there? It doesn't matter. We're taking it out. I don't want to hear any complaints. Boom. Out. Now for the final one. This one we have to mix. We have to make sure we separate the egg whites from the yolks. So you want to make sure there's no egg yolk. And the best technique to do that is to actually just run it through your hands. Feels very disgusting, but sadly this is the only way. Well, not the only way, but the best way. Running it through my hands, and we secured that there's no yolk. I mean, we don't need to use this anymore, so yeet. Alright, so now we separated our yolks from the eggs, and let's go ahead and wash our hands real quick. Oh, hello Mr. Yolk. Shut up! Alright. Now, just put our cheese in. Go ahead and dump it in. It's easier to use cheese that is already grated Like, you know how Parmesan cheese is already cut into small dots and stuff? That is the best form for the cheese when you're mixing it. But this is the second best option. And plus, in order to get the Parmesan texture, you would need to actually, in order to get that Parmesan texture, you would need to grate it. And grating, sometimes you can mess up and really easily hurt yourself. So, we're trying to avoid that. Now, why am I mixing the eggs with cheese? Well, this is how you're gonna make your sauce. You need to make sure the mixture between the egg yolk and the whites and the cheese is all homogeneous. Now, if you didn't go to school and you don't know what that is, well, you're trying to make it all one texture. So, it's gonna be a while. Alright, so as you can see, it's pretty good. So all we need to do now is get our pasta actually cooked. So let's go ahead and put some water in this bad boy. When putting water in here, honestly, the most important thing you need to do is make sure it's halfway. If it's halfway, your pasta would submerge in. So that's all I need to do. We're gonna put that in medium heat. Yeah, medium heat. That's perfectly fine. And then we're going to be cooking our vegetables at the same time as we cook the spaghetti. So we're waiting for that to get to a boil. And our handy dandy bowl is coming into play here. Okay. Get our bottle of olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil to be exact. There we go. Alright. Oh, I tried to screw that in upside down. Okay, let's go ahead and put our onions. We can cook our other bell peppers later with the meat. But we can have. We didn't get all of our onions in there, but it's fine. We just have to make sure we cook those, cook that good. Okay. We need to get our spatula. But it's dirty too. Oh, I don't see my spatula. Might be dirty, but let's check here. Oh, it's actually clean. Woo! Handy dandy spatula. Shut up! So now we can cook our vegetables with this while we wait for our pasta, the pasta water to come to a boil. So that's going to be a couple minutes. Alright, so we now caramelized our onions, as you can see here. Yes, done. We're just gonna put that in with our other vegetables, and we'll come back to that later. Now is the best part. Best part is cooking our turkey bacon. So now, in order to cook our turkey bacon, and what we really want is to put a little bit of oil in the pan, and then put our turkey bacon in there. So then we can have the oil from the turkey bacon actually excrete from the turkey bacon itself, and that's what's going to give the spaghetti the flavor. So let's go ahead and get to it. Now our turkey bacon already naturally has oil in it, but it just needs a little bit of help. So let's help it. Our extra extra virgin olive oil that we put in there. Now, a nice sound. That's the sound you want to hear when you're cooking.
Perfect.
Okay. Now, the only reason why I put this much turkey bacon in there is because unlike pork or ham or any of those things, that easily lets out oil from the meat. The turkey bacon, it doesn't really excrete that much oil. And so that's why you need to add more turkey bacon if you want to have more oil and more flavor. Now, we're not just going to stop here and say, oh, let the turkey bacon do all the work. That's what usually we do, but we're black and we're going to season this thing. So, go ahead and look for some seasoning. Louisiana hot sauce.
Perfect.
Creole seasoning. I love Creole seasoning, so I'm just going to add it in there. For some spice, slap your mama.
Huh?
Alright. Not too much. It is pretty hot. Now you want 3 seasonings usually. But you know, you shouldn't really go for the fancy stuff. Sometimes you just need to go back to the basics. Like with black pepper. Well, we're done. 3 seasonings, that's all I recommend. And that's all you need. Now we just leveled up our turkey bacon. Seems like our pasta water is almost done. Well, it reached the boil. So, we're gonna put our spaghetti in there. Opening up. There we go. Yeah.
Donkey!
Well, you definitely messed up on the most easy part of this entire thing.
Bruh.
Putting the pasta in here. I guess that's part of the journey.
Shut up!
Alright. Now, that's hot. You want to fan it out a little bit so then it can all fall in easily. And that part is burnt.
Donkey!
Alright, so all we have to do is now just wait for our pasta water and our pasta to unite together and break that down and make it soft, and just wait for this to cook. Now, we don't want it to be burnt or cooked like the turkey bacon or bacon in general when you get it out. It's rough and hard. We just want it to be cooking and letting out the oil like it is. You can see it's glistening around the pan. That's what we need. So, be back when this is over. Hey, where do you think you're looking? Stop. Look. I was going to clean up the dishes earlier. Hey. You're not supposed to see this. Look. I was eating, I was tired, and I had crazy video came on my mind, and I was hungry. That's why it's a little dirty. So just leave me alone.
Bruh.
Okay, so the turkey bacon is actually almost done cooking. So what we need to do, we need to add our green bell peppers and onions back in here. Boom, boom, boom. And now we just cook it all together. Make sure our green bell peppers are mixed in very well. So then they're touching the bottom, because they're the ones that need to be cooked actually right now. Nothing else really needs to be cooked. The onions are already cooked for the most part. So make sure the green bell peppers are at the bottom. That's good. And our spaghetti is actually almost done too. So we just wait for that and it'll be done pretty quick. Pretty soon we'll have it. Alright, so our turkey bacon mixture and onions and green beans, whatever, green beans, inner black me talking to myself. But our green bell peppers is all done. So to make it easier, normally you don't want to do this. Normally you would put the spaghetti inside the pan, but our pan is not big enough for spaghetti. That's 2 pounds of spaghetti, 2 pounds. So all we're gonna do this my way. We're gonna put all of our turkey bacon, our vegetables in there. Get our spatula real quick. Alright, so. Alright. Our turkey bacon and everything is out. So, now this is the easiest way to mess up carbonara. Easiest way to mess up carbonara is like right now, put the eggs in there with the spaghetti and everything's hot, everything's boiling. You can see the boils going crazy on this pasta. Almost jumped out the pot. But anyway, the worst thing to do is put everything on there at the same time. So you would want to make sure you're waiting a little bit for this to cool down and that to cool down, or at least one of them to cool down. Because if they're both extremely hot, you're gonna have eggs, breakfast eggs, sunny side up eggs for your carbonara. And we don't want that. I don't want that. I hate eggs. So let's check if our pasta water is ready. If our pasta is ready. Now this was an old one that I tested. Now I threw it at this wall and did nothing. That was 3 minutes ago. Should be ready now though. Okay, let's see. If it sticks on the wall, we're good to go.
Stuck to the floor though. The easiest way to test it though, that is not ready. I thought it would be ready. Spaghetti lied to me.
Alright, we got our handy dandy strainer here. We're gonna just attach it here. It's good. And now we just drain it. Okay, here we go. Alright, gotta make sure I don't spill any of the pasta. Whoop-de-doo. Whoops. Okay, that's all the pasta. Now we can remove this and we can get to the final part, which is me just dumping this inside here and slowly mixing in the egg whites. So this I would have to act quick because I don't want the eggs I don't want the eggs to cook. That's all I don't want. So let's dump that in there. Little that got cooked, that spaghetti. All right, so we got our handy dandy spatulas that are gonna help us. We're gonna mix this real quick. It's not the best thing to mix it in. Ooh, might not be able to mix it in here after all. It's actually pretty hard. I didn't think about this. What's going on here too? Oh, let's just. We're gonna need to put this back in the pot. It looks like. You know what the heck is that?
Bruh. 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 Bruh.
Alright, so we had a mess up. So evidently this right here is not good enough to contain and mix all of our spaghetti and turkey bacon. So I'm gonna put it back in the pot over there. So let's go ahead. Alright, so we now are on the final part, just the egg mixture, and we're good to go. So moving this out the way, and let's go ahead and get that. Get our spatulas. Yeah, let's just add a little bit first. Alright, put that in there. Start mixing. Now you want to be quick, because if you're not quick, those eggs will begin to cook. So that's why even right now I'm not even putting it on. The stove is even on. Maybe it might be hot, but it's on low. So we're just trying to make sure the egg mixture doesn't start to cook. Alright, so gotta add the final parts. Yeah, disgusting. But we have to do it. We have to get our hands dirty. Alright. Time to end this. Sometimes I wish I was from Harry Potter, because then I would just use spells to levitate this and twirl it around. I would never do this myself. Okay. Now, as you can see, it is very creamy. That's what we want. That creamy texture. Ooh, that's looking good. You gotta make sure we go from the bottom and up, so then we know our meats are being mixed in there. Ooh, nice. And ooh, there we go. So we finished. All we're gonna do this extra. You don't have to. But we're taking a gentle amount of cheese and being Salt Bay, but cheese. Okay. Just twisting and twirling. And one more. Voila. Complete. As the Italians, you know, this is perfecto. Perfecto. Alright. There's one thing we do need. We need a slave. Well, now I have my wonderful creation completed. Now I need someone to taste it. You're gonna taste this. Eat up. What do you think? It's good. Oh, you guys did not see that. Now, you guys know how to make carbonara. Pretty simple. Your boy taught you, and there's really nothing else to add. Thank you, dreamers, for watching, and have a blessed day.